Support for Up to Date is provided by Geisinger, providing world-class care for our community, here where it matters.
Hello and welcome to Up to Date from WVIA News. I'm Sarah Scinto, here to keep you up to date with all the news you should know about. Today, a man is charged with shooting and killing 3 people in Susquehanna County. And the new state budget has the first increase for PA's rape crisis centers in 5 years. It's Wednesday, July 15th. Let's get into it. We'll start with that news from Susquehanna County. State police have charged a Susquehanna County man with shooting his uncle and 2 friends to death on Monday in Great Bend Township. WVIA's Roger Dupuis has the details.
Investigators said Garrett Austin Johnson of Great Bend Township had to be tasered and sedated when troopers took him into custody, telling them, quote, "I killed everyone I love." Police accused Johnson of fatally shooting Philip Johnson of Halstead, Kevin Igo of Susquehanna, and Frank Tellerico Jr. of Binghamton, New York, formerly of Florida. Autopsies are scheduled to be performed on Wednesday. Johnson's parents described him as combative and erratic Monday after taking his vehicle to be inspected and being refused because garage staff said his registration and vehicle identification number did not match. Adam and Nancy Johnson went to retrieve their son's car. When they returned, they found him standing shirtless in the road near their home. The Johnsons told troopers they got out of their cars and were both punched by their son. Nancy Johnson said she found his rifle lying in the road, took it home, and hid it in the basement in case he returned. The Johnsons told police they discovered the bodies of the 3 dead men on and near the back deck of their home. Their son was taken into custody nearby. Garrett Johnson faces criminal homicide and other charges. He was jailed without bail to await further proceedings in the case. Roger Dupuis, WVIA News.
Thanks, Roger. Find the full story at WVIA.org. Now a bit of political news. Military, government, and industry leaders are in Pennsylvania this week to talk about the future of America's defense infrastructure. As Jordan Wilkie reports for WVIA, Senator Dave McCormick is using his summit to announce billions of dollars in investments in Pennsylvania industries.
Already, more than $34 billion in defense contracts have flowed into Pennsylvania since January 1st, 2025. He announced many of those investments at the summit he led last year on artificial intelligence and energy. During his opening remarks at this year's summit, hosted at the Army War College in Carlisle, McCormick says there's more investments to come.
And this year's summit will again make billions of dollars worth of announcements that will create thousands of jobs for Pennsylvanians and plant seeds that over time will grow into an even stronger, more diversified, and more innovative defense industrial base.
Congress is spending more than ever before on defense, appropriating over $1 trillion in last year's budget and debating President Trump's $1.5 trillion request for defense spending this year. More than 190,000 Pennsylvanians work in the defense industry, from producing large-caliber munitions in Scranton, to combat vehicles in York, to drone and robotics in Pittsburgh, and new shipbuilding development in Philadelphia. In Carlisle, I'm Jordan Wilkie.
Stay with us. There's more up to date after this break.
You know WVIA as your arts, news, and information station. It's time to add local sports to the list. Get ready for Sports Voices, a new feature where we partner with Fox 56 TV sports director Bob Ide to discuss the latest local sports news from around Northeast and Central Pennsylvania. We'll look ahead to the week's key games in high school sports, collegiate athletics, and more. Tune in to WVIA FM at 7:51 and 9:51 a.m. every Friday morning.
Welcome back. We have a bit more on the new state budget now. Governor Josh Shapiro is praising advocates from the PA Coalition to Advance Respect, who he said helped secure the first state budget increase for rape crisis centers in 5 years. Tom Reese reports for WVIA.
The state's 47 rape crisis centers had been trying to rebuild since last year's budget impasse resulted in some layoffs. Advocates had asked the state to double funding for half a decade to $24 million to be split among all crisis centers. And on Sunday, Shapiro said the tenacity of Pittsburgh Action Against Rape, or PAR, played a big part in making sure that increase was approved. PAR's executive director, Sadie Restivo, said that with 5 years of inflation, flat funding amounted to a cut.
Compounding, no increase and, higher demand for services, this really was a year that was going to, I think, make or break a lot of our centers.
Shapiro said Restivo and other advocates helped him understand how dire things had gotten. The extra $12 million represents just 0.02% of the approved $50 billion budget deal. Reporting from Harrisburg, Tom Reese.
Thanks, Tom. Find more on the budget at WVIA.org. Okay, one last thing for the day. We've got another Pennsylvania postcard from WVIA's Julie Sidoni.
In honor of America 250, Pennsylvania postcards will focus on the people, places, and events that best commemorate this U.S. milestone and our Commonwealth's crucial role in it. Take a quick trip to Catasauqua in the Lehigh Valley to the George Taylor House and learn a true rags-to-riches story of a man who would one day sign the Declaration of Independence. George Taylor was born in Northern Ireland and came to the colonies as an indentured servant. He was a laborer, then a clerk, and worked his way up to being management at a furnace company. His success led him to Easton, and he became interested in politics. In 1776, several delegates, for various reasons, voted not to break with Britain. George Taylor was one of the men sent to Philadelphia to replace them. He signed the Declaration of Independence in August. The George Taylor House still stands in Catasauqua and is open for visits and tours. I'm Julie Sidoni. This is an America 250 Pennsylvania postcard from WVIA News.
All right, I hope you're feeling up to date. Find more stories, as always, at WVIA.org. I'm Sarah Scinto. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to subscribe and tune in every weekday so you don't miss anything. Enjoy your Wednesday, everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow, right here on Up to Date.